वेलकम टू आइडियाज मैटर्स मोस्ट। तो अगर देखा जाए तो हम लोग सबसे ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड होते हैं जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट गर्ल्स। सौंदर्य की बात किया जाए, जेम्स, ज्वेलरी, वी ऑल लव टू गेट अडोर्ड। और आज हमारे साथ एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं, जेमोलॉजिस्ट श्रेयांश कपूर सर। तो सबसे पहली बात तो ये है ही इज़ द यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर। और सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये भी है कि आज की जो कॉन्वर्सेशन होने वाली है काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग होगी। We will get to know so many things about gems, gemstones, jewelry, diamond and whatnot. तो आज की कॉन्वर्सेशन हम शुरुआत करते हैं। मैं चाहूंगी सबसे पहले तो आप ये बताइए अपनी जर्नी कैसे शुरू की।
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Great pleasure to be here today. My home city, Kanpur, and IIT Kanpur. Same institute where my father went in school. 75 lakhs BTech from here. So, you want to speak in English or Hindi?
Both works.
So, as far as the journey is concerned, I was here till class 10,000 in Jaipur. And 11th and 12th, I was at a school very close to you. Small school called Woodbine Gardenia. It's very close. You can see it on the way. I saw it on the way again.
Right.
Got flush of memories back. After 12th, I went to US. I went to Kelley School of Business, Indiana University. Then went to Wharton Business School, UPenn. Then I was doing a job with Prudential Financial in Indianapolis. After working for some time, my father came and he said, why don't you come to India? Try it out, see how things are. और फिर मैं वापस कानपुर आ गया. And as any student or any person who's lived abroad for some time would tell you that I absolutely hated it. Like, there's no two things about it. I mean, living for almost 5 to 7 years, coming to Kanpur. और हमारे सिटी की एक अच्छाई क्या है कि वो सेम रहता है. जब मैं गया था तब था, हाँ, 2-3 चीज़ नहीं हो गई थी. There was a new Rave 3 which has happened. Santro car introduce हो गई थी. So we bought our first Santro car. And thing Motishiri का फिर से they have redone it. So it was interesting and there, but obviously it takes a long time to adjust in a new environment again. So our family business is from Kanpur, a company called Kashi Jewelers. We've been there for the last 70 years. और जब मैंने business join किया, I realized that I'm really missing a lot on my technical skills. Okay. Although I did my, business education and I worked also, but I needed one set of tools which would help me in my business. So just to give you a background, that Kashi has been a retailer since 1955. And we've been an exporter since 1979. So being a 45-year-old, exporter, I felt that whenever I used to go to business meetings abroad, I had the communication skills, but I did not have the technical skills. So because earlier as a student, I went on a F1 visa. Then I reapplied and I got into the GIA. The GIA stands for the Gemological Institute of America. They are considered the world authority on gemology. And then I went on an M1 visa, which is a technical education visa, and I did my gemology course. My super specialization was in the diamonds part. After coming from the GIA education, that's when I really got that confidence and the technical knowledge, where I was not only, meeting my customers here in Kanpur, but even, our customers which were in UK, USA, South Africa, Middle East, Fiji, all across the world. I did not find myself less confident. I found that now I have the technical details to, talk, to share my knowledge and to share ideas.
Wow, that's so great. और अब हम लोग बात करते हैं डायमंड की, क्योंकि डायमंड इज अ रेयर एंड रियल जेमस्टोन. सो डायमंड को देखते ही हमेशा हमारे माइंड में क्या आता है? इट इज एक्सपेंसिव, इट इज ओनली फॉर फीमेल्स, बट इट इज एन यूनिसेक्स प्रोडक्ट. तो आज हम लोग जानते हैं डायमंड के बारे में.
Yes. So now diamond is very interesting now. Like one of the reasons why मैं diamond की तरफ मेरा रुझान बढ़ा was because I had read a lot of stories about it. आप सबने जानते होंगे सबसे famous diamond in the world is the Kohinoor. I don't think so anybody needs an introduction. And sadly, it is not with us. It is in the Queen's Crown. And जैसे सारे टूरिस्ट जाते हैं, मैं भी लाइन में लगा, टावर ऑफ लंदन गया, कोहिनूर को मैंने क्राउन में देखा, और मेरे अंदर भी एज ए इंडियन एक लालसा हुई कि ये हमारे पास क्यों नहीं. एंड देन very interesting to give you a little background on diamonds. जो दुनिया के सबसे बेस्ट और बेहतरीन डायमंड्स हैं वो इंडिया के ही निकले हुए हैं। हमारे यहाँ बहुत फेमस माइन थी गोलकुंडा माइन, और उससे बहुत फेमस डायमंड्स निकले हैं। One of the famous ones is the Cullinan, which is still the largest diamond in the world, more than 2,000 carats. It was eventually cut into smaller parts. The Shah of Iran, the Great Mughal. You have so many. I mean, the list is endless, you know, on the diamonds. And, you know, so that was one reason why what drew me कि क्यों diamonds का fascination है मुझे. और जब मैं अमेरिका गया GIA में, I was in Carlsbad, California. So they make you touch and feel real diamonds, right? And when you feel it, you see that allure. आप उसको हाथ में उठाते हुए ग्लूज डायमंड को और आप सनलाइट में देखते हैं, जो उसकी रेस निकलती, you are all engineering here, kids. So I don't have to tell you how the dispersion of light works with the diamond. You know all the vibgyor it creates, 7 colors. But that allure, even to a common man or a woman, is fascinating. And when you hold it on your human skin, you feel that power and that glow coming through you. Right. So this was one of the big attractions which got me into diamonds. Wow. There's a lot of more technique we can talk more about more how the diamond has progressed its journey, because I mean very interesting development in the last 2 to 3 years, especially after COVID, which has happened in the diamond industry.
So basically आज सीन की जो डायमंड का इंडिया से काफी गहरा कनेक्शन है, तो इस बारे में भी आप हमें बताएं.
Right. So like I was saying, the most famous mines in India were the Golconda mines, where all the famous diamonds were there. Sadly, we were under the British rule at that time, and most of all our diamonds went out. You would have seen interviews of Mr. Tharoor, you know, you might have read his book. There are countless, it's all true actually what all has happened. And sadly, our mines dried up. So our production shifted from India to South Africa and some of the different African countries. From there, it went to Canada, the top part of Canada, and then eventually Russia. So these were now the newer mines. And obviously, Australia was also there, but it did shut down during COVID time. So Australia does not have a production anymore. The famous Argyle mine used to be there in Australia. So India has a very journey. एक बात आप लोग कर रहे थे, बोल रहे थे, मैम का मैंने लेक्चर सुना, बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर था. तो एक मिथ है कि डायमंड जो होते हैं वो लेडीज के लिए होते हैं. तो मैं ये मिथ आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि जो सबसे पहले हमारे महाराजा थे वो डायमंड्स खुद पहनते थे और डायमंड के हार भी पहनते थे. एंड देन देयर वाज नो क्लासिफिकेशन कि वो ऑड लग रहे. They were very much blending in the society, and obviously he was royalty, so people used to look up to him. And one of the most famous Maharaja was our Maharaja Patiala. इनका फेमस कार्टियर जो फ्रेंच रिटेलर है, उन्होंने ज्वेलर है, उन्होंने उनका नेकलेस जो फ्लोडिजेगर उनका नाम दिया था, उसको बनाया था. एंड वो उन्होंने पहना था और उन्होंने अपने रॉयल एसेशन में जब उनको क्राउनिंग हुई थी तब भी उन्होंने वो नेकलेस पहना था.
Wow.
तो इंडिया हैज अ हिस्ट्री ऑफ डायमंड्स विद मेन आल्सो. And now to give you an idea, you would I don't want to name, but a very, very, very famous wedding happened in the last month. I think we're all aware of. And you would see a lot of men wearing a lot of diamonds. One of the most common things they wore was a brooch, which they wore on their, sherwanis and jackets. Other way, they were also a lot of flaunt of other jewelry, which also happened. So, diamond, like they say, is a lady's best friend, but I beg to differ. I say diamond is humankind's best friend, and it's something which has stayed for generations. एक आपने थोड़ा सा क्लीशे है, but आपने always सुना होगा कि हीरा है सदा के लिए, a diamond is forever. Now this is a marketing term which was made by De Beers in the 1960s, but there was a strong logical reasoning behind that why they made this term. Because diamond is one thing which you actually pass to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation.
Right.
Does anybody know why? Why is it? There are a couple of reasons. Would you want to guess why is it that a diamond is passed to the next generation? What are the main reasons behind it?
Maybe वो शायद थोड़ा और प्योर हो जाता हो टाइम के साथ, या फिर वो हम कुछ एनर्जीज को पास ऑन करना चाहते हो, क्योंकि पहले के टाइम पे किसी ने पहना हो और शायद वो इतना एनर्जेटिक हो, एनर्जाइज्ड हो, maybe.
So what you are talking about, I would relate to more as an emotional quotient, where you have emotional memories with, let's say, your mother or your grandmother or somebody else in the family, maybe your father also, and then it passes on, so you have a very precious heirloom. So that is an emotional connect.
Yes.
But if we talk about, you are all engineers here, so you would know that natural diamond is the purest form of carbon. It is the strongest substance physically occurring in nature in natural form. It is also non-reactive to anything in the world. So you can take a diamond, you can drop it in a sulfuric acid, a nitric acid, any strong acid, nothing is going to happen to it. It's as strong as that. Another fun fact that natural diamond survives, anyone? More than 1 million years.
Wow.
So if we take this whole hall, and we might be a couple of 50, 100 people, 200 people in this room, we add all our lifetime and we all say, okay, we all going to live to 100 years. Our diamond will still surpass us by many, many times. So this is one of the big reasons why we say a diamond is forever, a diamond is passed on to the next generation, because I am just, the way we say it in our industry, that you are just a upkeeper of it. You are just a gatekeeper of it. You're just a person, you're preserving it for the next generation. You wait for the next generation to grow up and you pass it very nicely to the other person. And then they will pass it to the next and the next and the next and the next. And this is the only thing which is going to last.
Right. This is such an interesting fact about it. और इंडिया में देखा जाए तो काफी प्रेशियस स्टोन्स होते हैं लाइक सफायर, जिसे नीलम कहते हैं, रूबी, एमेथिस्ट. और आपका फेवरेट जेमस्टोन क्या है वो आप हमें बताएं.
So let's talk a little bit about what the classifications of gemstones are. So gemstones primarily are divided into 3 categories. The first one is the precious category, second is semi-precious category, and the third is synthetic category. Precious may, obviously diamond is a part of it, but the 3 colored gemstones which are part of it are only 3: ruby, emerald, and sapphire. Right? So these are the 3 only category of gemstones which are there. All the other gemstones, if they are occurring in a natural form, like an amethyst, a turquoise, a tourmaline, a citrine, a moonstone, there are several names. I mean, it's a big list. They are all coming in the semi-precious form.
Okay.
The synthetics are the one which are lookalikes. They are engineered in a lab, they're done in a reactor, and they are grown, basically. So they are the synthetic category of gemstones. As you would have guessed, the most expensive and the rarest of all is the precious category, which are going to be the diamonds, ruby, emerald, and sapphires. Semi-precious are much more reasonable. आप लोग में से कई लोग जो लोग हाथ दिखाते हैं या it's a cliche again, 3 Idiots मूवी में दिखाया था कि जो लोग IT में आना चाहते हैं या इंजीनियरिंग स्कूल में आना चाहते हैं वो अपना स्टोन्स पहनते हैं, रील्स में अलग अलग. आई डोंट नो आप लोग में से कितने लोग पहनते हैं. तो जब आप किसी को पानिश को या किसी को हॉरोस्कोप दिखाते हैं और वो करते हैं तो आपको कई बार एक स्टोन सजेस्ट करता है, राइट? So that stone has always a property which it carries, and this property comes 2 ways. Just to liken you, one, it has to be open in the bottom and in a way touch your skin. Second of all, sunlight has to pass through it. So the rings which are made are very odd rings, but that's how they are made. Okay. If you're wearing it a pendant will also be a very open pendant. You wear it in a bracelet, again it's going to be open bracelet so that your sunlight passes through it. And you get that, जो आप एक energy वाला बात इसके पहले करते तो that happens in gemstones. Okay. इंडिया में cliches नहीं. अब sapphire है, blue sapphire है, उसको कहते हैं कि या तो sapphire आपको बहुत सूट करेगा या आपके साथ बहुत खराब.
Right.
And then there are some neutral stones like moti, pearl. It doesn't, and the best neutral stone in the world is a diamond. Right. So diamond neither does bad, neither does good. So most people, so diamond has a lot more allure. Diamond can be a status symbol, diamond can be depiction of power, diamond can be something to flaunt yourself, you arrive in life. A diamond can be so many things about it. And what I now believe in, a natural diamond is something which you celebrate yourself. आप अपने आप को celebrate कर. And how do you celebrate it? By enjoying wearing a nice piece of diamond jewelry.
I suppose diamond is royal and luxury, and everybody loves to wear diamond. So I was just asking you, which one is your favorite stone?
So my favorite stone, I'm biased, but it has to be a diamond. My second favorite stone now has become an emerald.
Okay.
And one fun fact again, that emeralds have really come up in the last 2 years.
All right.
And especially अब क्या है कि, so to give you a little bit knowledge on emeralds also have different mines. When you look at the lightest, palest colors, they come from the Russian mines. The darkest of all comes from your Zambian mines.
Okay.
And then your the most expensive of all comes from the Colombian mines. Each emerald will look very different.
Okay.
Another great thing is that in India, our biggest cutting center is here, which is in Jaipur. So all the most gemstones, which are emeralds, are cut and polished in Jaipur.
Hmm.
Does anyone know where diamonds are polished, cut and polished in India? Correct. Surat. And do you know how many percentage of diamonds are cut and polished in Surat? It's 90%. 90% by weight is the number of diamonds which are polished and cut in Surat.
Okay. So do gemstones really work? As it is said कि astrology में बहुत लोग believe करते हैं कि ये stone को पहनो तो आपकी destiny और life change हो जाएगी. I think ये सभी के मन में सवाल होता है.
Right.
So please.
So as a jeweler, what we recommend our customers that आप कोई भी gemstone लें, उसको अपने तकिया के नीचे रखें और 2 से 3 दिन तक आप उसको ज्वेलरी फॉर्म में ना डालें. अगर आपके साथ कोई चीज नेगेटिव नहीं हो रही है, तो that shows that the color stone has suited you and you can continue wearing on.
Okay.
If you feel any negative thing happens, please give it back for a full refund.
Okay.
So this is our, what we share. Obviously, I don't have the astrological or the palmist background, so I can't comment on that. But I can only talk as a gemologist on the natural properties.
So how we can pursue a career as a gemologist?
This is a very interesting time. Indian gems and jewelry industry in the year 2022 was about $80 billion. That's 80. And now we are moving towards $100 billion figure.
Right.
The target is of next year. The jewelry industry is growing at an average rate of 9.5 to 10.5% compounding. So, it's a great opportunity right now to come in this sector. And it's not just as a gemologist. I'll share. You can look at a career as a designer. You can look as a merchandiser, as a visual merchandiser. There's so many careers now which have opened up. So if you really want to explore your creative side, I mean, say this is a great opportunity to work in, especially, if you get allured by these gemstones or diamonds or any of that, definitely it's a great
Wow. It was such a wonderful discussion with Shreyansh Kapoor sir. और आज हमने काफी fun facts भी जाने हैं आपसे. So that's all for today. Can we all just clap for Shreyansh Kapoor sir? Thank you so much for such a wonderful session. And we will love to know more about you. So please stay connected, everyone. Thank you.